hear it?
Highest score ever.
Can you feel it?
That is the most insane trick that has ever been done.
The sound. The sounds of the past.
The crowd is going crazy here. He's got, unbelievable.
Defying what you thought was impossible. Proving what is possible.
900. She gets the 900.
A first-time trick.
Wow. In 1080, 10 feet out of the half pipe.
Palmer by a mile.
A legendary performance.
Palmer with the salute for first.
Woohoo!
A perfect run.
100. The first time ever.
Pushing us into the future.
That was the craziest thing I have ever seen in my life.
History is calling.
Goodness. That was silly.
25 years of progression. Never to be silenced. The time is now.
Are you kidding me? I did not see that coming at all.
If there's a chair near me, I'm gonna break it.
She gets it! Incredible!
Oh, he mad.
Oh, go on, King.
This is the X Games.
Live from 8,000 feet, rocking in the Rocky Mountains, I'm your host, Jack Matrani, here to say, let the X Games begin! And judging off this excitement of the crowd, it says it all. It's good to have the fans back here at X Games Aspen 2022. We're all fired up to watch the world's best skiers and snowboarders push it to a level that we never even saw possible. We kick things off with a flagship event, the Monster Energy Men's Snowboard SuperPipe. Will we see the first ever triple cork landed in competition tonight? Hopefully. And then at the end of tonight, we're going to the Wendy Snowboard Knuckle Hook, where you're gonna see something you've never seen before. Take it away, Brando and Craig.
When the lights are on, the stars shine brightest, especially for the event that started it all. It's now time for the Monster Energy Men's Snowboard SuperPipe. What's happening, everybody? Brandon Graham alongside my partner, the pro, Craig McMorris. And Craiger, this one is palpable. It's an electric factory out here tonight. The fans want to see the event that started it all. They want to see superstars and possibly some history making.
Well, they definitely have a lot of superstars to see here tonight. Let's jump to the Australian Scotty James. The last time he stood atop this SuperPipe podium, 2020. How did he do that? Well, he boosted. He had technical tricks, double backside 1260, just to name one of them. Who wasn't here in 2020, 2021? Well, a young man from Japan, Ayumu Hirano, who is a veteran at the age of 23. Why? Because he has pushed the limit of this sport, I think, further than anybody thought possible. 2016 Oslo, 2018 Aspen, SuperPipe Golds. I mean, he's got the pedigree. Can he perform here in 2022?
Yeah, that 2018 gold medal run, still the thing of legends. But before we get things started, let's head down to another member of our team, Victoria Arlen, out at the pipe. What's happening, Victoria?
Hey guys, I'm at the top of the SuperPipe, and this might be the best view in town. It's a picture-perfect night under the lights. Men's Snowboard SuperPipe is about to go down, and we're going to see who goes big tonight.
Thank you, Victoria. Yeah, we are excited for this one. As you said, Scotty James obviously in the mix, Ayumu Hirano, but they're not alone. A really amazing roster out here for the Monster Energy Men's Snowboard SuperPipe. And we kick things off with a Hirano, but not Ayumu. Little brother Kaishu making his X Games debut.
I'm going to be honest with you folks at home. Right now, I am terrified. Why? Because Kaishu could probably break a land speed record coming across the bottom of this SuperPipe. He boosts so big.
Listen to the roar of that crowd.
Bye. That was massive. into the front side 1080 double cork, so he goes big. He's got big tricks, back-to-back 1080s, the mirror of the front 10, the cab 10. Front 12 double, little bobble, but hangs on to it. Back 900, and one of the most difficult hand plants you can do, kind of an eggplant, follows it over. Pat Bridges, he'd be stoked on that one. I know I am.
I just want to check myself. I did say this was Kaishu's first ever X Games run, correct?
Oh, he ain't shook. He ain't scared. He went so big on that first air, and I just want to see him do straight airs the whole way down because he can boost, and he's got so much great style. Front 10 cab 10 to follow that up, and then the front 12 double. That gave him a little bit of trouble here. A trick made famous by older brother, Ayumu Hirano.
It's a family affair here in the Monster Energy Men's Snowboard SuperPipe. One more look at this.
I love that. Love the way he tosses the hand plant at the end. I don't think that's what we wanted to do, but he had to, make it up. The backside 900 landed a little low.
It's just a little jazz coming at you to close things out.
Ham and eggs.
So we move on to Toby Miller, making his 4th X Games appearance out of Truckee, California. And as you see, we're under 40 minutes to ride with. It's that 40 minutes jam session. You might be saying, Randall, Craig, that's not long enough. We're here for a good time, not a long time.
I love it. It's that jam session, so the riders will ride in that allotted time. Best overall run. Toby Miller putting his hat in the best overall run campaign right here. Always has the best bucket at X Games. I love a Toby Miller bucket. That's a little Pop-Tart switch air to fakie there.
Again, just 21 years young, but this is his 4th X Games appearance, but just such a seasoned competition veteran, Craig.
Absolutely, and I mean, you think that's a young age, but you look at this field, the oldest rider in the field, Scotty James, is 27, right? So he's right in the cut, he's right in the mix, he's right where he wants to be. Lots to like here from Toby Miller, but knowing the level of the rest of the field yet to ride, I don't think this will be in podium contention once it's all said and done.
There you see Kaishu and Toby, but we move on to Joshua Bowman. And as Craigie alluded to, no scores. A look at this competition format, 10 athletes, 40-minute jam session, the best run count. So you'll see some moving and shaking with our live leaderboard, but you don't see every run scored.
Overall impression. It's kind of, the judges don't want to give it numbers. It's, hey, we feel this run places you in 2nd place, this run places you in 3rd place. That's our format.
Joshua Bowman in his 2nd X Games appearance.
Switch backside air. Wild. So difficult on that first hit. That switch backside air made so famous from Danny Davis. Rips the front 10 double. Couple claps now.
Let them hear you, folks.
I don't know if he wanted to do another hit there. He kind of gave 1 or 2 claps, and he had a little bit of pipe left to work with.
Should be noted, Joshua's a privateer, not a member of the U.S. snowboard team, doesn't have a board sponsor, dual life. He's also a computer scientist for his family's business. He's a senior business intelligence developer / snowboarder.
He's smart and talented. There's the clap, there's the salute to the crowd. He's pumped, he lands run 1. And rightfully so.
So a nice first run for Joshua Bowman. Next to drop in out of Vail, Colorado, 25-year-old Ryan Walkendorfer.
Left foot forward, natural stance. Front 1080 to start off run 1. Into the cab double cork 1080. And you can hear the squeak of the bindings on that front side 900. Double Michael Chuck. Trick made famous by Canadian snowboarder Michael Chuck, and ouch. The ankles are screaming at this juncture. It was looking solid. But here you can see him miss the grab a little bit. And he pushed away from the pipe, so look at how far down he lands, and you can see he knows it's not going to be an enjoyable ride out.
That's a frosty beard right there. So here's Lucas Foster out of Telluride, Colorado, making his second X Games appearance.
Now Lucas has some massive tricks and massive airs. Backside crail. Front 10, keep it a little flat. We've seen lots of front 10 double corks. Haven't seen a flat one yet, and that was a very big cab 10. Front side 9 grabs tail in the rotation. Oh! Crowd loves it. So does Lucas Foster. Saving his best for his last hit there.
What a way to bring that around.
Ooh, I like the no smile at the end. He was still mad about it. He was looking back and say, hey, that's just what I do.
But look at the margin for error on that last hit.
Very interesting.
Right,
yeah, absolutely. Very interesting cab 10 double too. Here's this final hit. Backside double 12 grabs. Melon, you don't really see the melon grab with that rotation that often. See a lot of wheedles.
So that first run bumping Lucas Foster up into that second overall position. And here now Chase Blackwell wasting no time.
Turn a lot of MPH into that first hit. Ooh! A little uncharacteristic on the second 1080 there. And we saw it with Ryan Walkendorfer as well. What happens when you fall into the pipe? You don't land high on the wall. It's a high impact area and almost impossible to ride away from. You want to land right at the top of the pipe, carry that momentum.
We move on now to 19-year-old Joey Okeson out of Southbury, Connecticut. Member of the U.S. snowboard team since November of 2020. This is his second X Games appearance. Took a 5th place finish here in the Monster Energy Men's Snowboard SuperPipe in 2021.
Starting run 1 with a beautiful method there. Frontside 1080. Way to hang on to that deep landing. Double crippler there. So solid first run from Joey Okeson.
Take another look at Joey O.
Cab double 1080 there from Joey. Very solid run. I don't think that's going to be in the conversation with Kaishu or Lucas, but a full pull nonetheless.
And now a young man that I know you're very excited about to watch make his X Games debut, the youngest rider in this field, Valentino Giselli.
He may be the youngest, but I think he can battle with Kaishu about going the biggest. Valentino so good at holding an edge through that flat bottom and boosting. A switch method into the cab 1080. Frontside 900. Into the backside 900. So a full pull from the Australian Valentino Giselli. That's how you start off your X Games career. Hey, get one under the belt. And he's got a cookie.
Welcome to the big show. He just pulled that out of his pocket. What a showman.
It's always time for a snack. I like how he did that back 7 into the switch backside, the switch method, if you will. Cab 1080. Good run selection, good trick selection.
So what a first run for Valentino. Not gonna lie to you, it looks really good.
I'm hungry.
Oh my. It's the heavy hitter portion here of the evening.
Absolutely.
Ayumu Hirano, he has won this event twice before. He's got 3 total X Games medals. Craig, it just feels like anytime he's in a contest, he is the favorite or at least favored to win.
Absolute threat and absolute issue with the drip right now. What I mean by that, his kit is so on point. The fit is something to be admired, as is, well, his talent. Okay, front side 1440 to start things off. By far the gnarliest trick. Into the cap 1440. We're playing a different sport now. Front 12. Give me a back 12. Yep. Oh my goodness. Into the front side 540. I don't care. You still are in first place. That was absolutely filthy. You know when you're... Go ahead. Go, King. No, you know when you're walking around and you're, we've seen some really good runs, and then somebody just goes and does something like that. Look at how big that frontside 1440 was.
There's no Wi-Fi up there, I can tell you that
No, absolutely
much.
not. He is in international airspace up there.
Class is in session. Take a seat. Ayumu Hirano. Wow.
We have seen many back-to-back double cork 1080s. It's a special day when you see back-to-back double cork 1440s.
And Ayumu Hirano. Sorry, little brother. Had to take that top spot from you. There you see Scotty James up next. He took us down the pipe earlier. Let's check it out. No surprise, hashtag X Games officially trending on TikTok. So if you want your next TikTok to blow up, be sure to hashtag X Games. Scotty James, he's won this event 3 times. He was trying to get that 3-peat last year, got denied. He's back for the gold.
And back with a vengeance. I know for a fact he has been working on his craft harder than anybody. Spends so much time in Europe, so much time on snow. See if it pays off.
He's had a level of dominance in this discipline that we haven't really seen since the likes of Shaun White in his prime.
Super technical start to the run. Ooh, there was a bit, I don't know if he wanted to do the front 9 there. That sets him up for the back 12 double. Into the front 12, hangs on to it. Okay, we've got a match. We've got a little bit of a back and forth. Ayumu Hirano, our current leader, did something that I thought was almost impossible in the pipe. But Scotty James comes back and throws his own 12.6, his own 1440 in the mix.
Well, and the great thing is, what a performance from these two out of the first run, but they've got things to clean up here.
Absolutely. There is so much room for improvement, and I have to say it because it's my job. Triples have been landed in a super pipe. Will we see one tonight here in the final?
Well, did you fans know you can be here in Aspen by downloading the 5G-enabled X Games Aspen app? These cameras are here to get you here. Download now to experience X Games Aspen live. Pick your fun with self-directed multi-cam, 180 camera, and AR portal experiences.
Well, partner, that was one heck of a first run. I can't wait to see what happens in run 2. Why don't we take a quick commercial break and jump back into the action?
Hold up. What? I'm the director now. We're not going anywhere. In fact, give me a wide shot of the pipe if you could, TV truck. Thank you. Partner, this segment is brought to you commercial-free. Thanks to our good friends at Monster Energy, we are sticking right here, right now. Who told you you could do that, by the way?
I just took the initiative. I love it. Let's get back into the action because this is a competition. I want to see what happens.
So Kaishu Hirano says, Scotty James to pay off did take over second place there. Kaishu was like, guys, I was leading and now I'm in that bronze medal spot. What can he do? here at his X Games debut on run number 2.
Well, I know he's going to go probably even bigger than I thought humanly possible here on this backside air. Oh, way up there, 19, over 19 feet. So what he struggled with a little bit was that front 1260, had a very sketchy landing. Here it is. Makes no mistake, much cleaner. And the backside 900, he is justifiably fired up. The world's biggest stage, and you do your biggest run.
Wow.
I could watch that all day. That is probably one of my favorite hits. Huge method. Almost 20 feet above this 22-foot high super pipe. Here's this frontside 1260. Gave him a little bit of trouble in run 1. In run 2, however, it does not. Look at his eyes. Looking right where I want to put the board. Lands high up on it. Still a little bit too much weight on that back foot, but better than run 1.
So the question is, and it looks like that's where he'll stay, how much do the judges reward him given what we saw from his brother and certainly Scotty James? Oh, here's Toby Miller sitting in that 6th spot.
Love that entry into the pipe. Throws him into that first wall switch on the heels. Very difficult. Oh, wow. One thing we haven't really mentioned, the snow has ceased, but all day it has been snowing here in Aspen. And what that does is it collects in the bottom of the pipe, making that flat bottom very difficult. And you could see Toby got caught up in that snow.
Getting ready for snowboard season? Hey Siri, tell me more about Apple Fitness Plus.
So just under 26 minutes to ride with here in our Monster Energy Men's Snowboard SuperPipe. This segment brought to you commercial free thanks to our friends at Monster Energy. Toby Miller's second run in, so we move on to Joshua Bowman, who was going yard.
Absolutely. I mean, anytime you can say that we have a computer scientist in the field, that's a special night. Joshua taking the same approach as Toby with the 180 in, putting him on his switch heels. And I've mentioned this a couple times here tonight. What happens when a rider gets pushed off the wall like that and they fall into the bottom, it's such a high impact area, you can't recover from that. That's why some of the best in the field, like Scotty James, Ayumu, they're landing at the very, very top of the pipe, and that generates speed.
Well, we'll move on, but before we do that, I have to send it down to DC, who's out on the course with a very special guest. I know you'll be psyched on this one, partner.
Who is
DC?
it?
Yeah, thanks guys. Hanging out here with Ferg, who performed at Belly Up last night. And Ferg, you've been getting into some snowboarding lately, huh?
Hey man, I killed my shoulder earlier hitting the slopes, but you know, I get to feel like y'all, so it's very good.
Yeah, talking to Darcy Sharp, he said you were just pointing it down the hill, so we're gonna work on some turning for you. But right now we're gonna work on your snowboard trick calling here in the half pipe.
Exactly. I see a lot of spins. I see some 720s. I see some 360s. I see a lot of 60s and 900s and 14, yeah, exactly, all of those.
All right, well, we got Ryan Walkendorfer dropping in next. Ryan Walkendorfer, a Colorado kid, member of the U.S. snowboard team. Absolutely kills it. His girlfriend, Maddie Mastro, one of the best snowboarders in the world as well.
A couple of the snowboarding industry.
All right, here he is, Ryan Walkendorfer dropping in.
Oh, he getting air. He gets some air. And the cab come from the skateboarder, right?
That's right, Steve Caballero. See, Ferg's learning.
I know a little something.
The double chuck, Michael Chuck, shout out Canada.
Shout out to Toronto.
In the front side 720 there for Ryan Wachendorfer. That's a full pull, completed run top to bottom. What do you think, Ferg?
Nah, he killed it. It was perfect. Spotless.
What do you think out here so far? What do you think of what you're seeing tonight?
First of all, it's freezing out here. But these guys are like catching amazing air. They're spinning like propellers. And they just doing things that it's a spectacle out here. It's just crazy. I've never been to nothing like this before in my life.
Well, I can't wait to get some runs in with you myself. I'm going to send it back real quick to the boys in the booth, but hopefully they're going to send it back down to us due to some guest calling.
Yeah, send it back to us, y'all.
Hey, no argument here. Craig and I will take a break. That was incredible. Ferg, and that show at Belly Up was insane last night. So hyped to have him out here in the mix. But we move on to Lucas Foster. Run number 2. He's sitting just outside of podium position in 4th place.
Big backside 540 into the front side 1080, spinning like a propeller.
Oh my!
I'm gonna steal that one.
I love that line.
That was such a good line.
He shouted out the 6.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
Oh yeah, you gotta shout out the 6. Toronto stand up. Lucas. Oh, Lucas Foster almost stood up there on that backside 1260. We saw him land that in run 1. Not as clean as he would have loved to put it down. Yeah. He's hype.
Extra motivation out here for these riders, seeing Ferg.
Ferg's not lying though, it is a little bit chilly, but thankfully that snow has stopped. And this is what I love about a night event. Vision is not an issue. This thing is lit up so beautifully. So the only thing that can really affect it is snow or wind, and we don't have either of those.
100%. This super pipe is always pristine, but we've seen conditions over the years where it's been a gray out, it's been snowing, storming. It snowed all day today. We wondered how that would impact the pipe. So far, so good. Here's Chase Blackwell. Went down very early on his first attempt.
Here's what took out Chase Blackwell in run 1. Truck driver, that's when you grab backhand and front hand on the India and heel side edge, and then going down there. But that's the beauty of it, Brando, this longer jam format, 3-4 runs. You can have a couple falls and still keep your name in the mix.
Joey O, 19-year-old Joey Okeson. Trying to climb up that leaderboard. He's sitting in 8th place right now.
Great method to kick off run 2.
This is Joey.
3 full rotations in that front side 1080. 3 full rotations, 2 dips in the cab 1080, and the double crippler. Whips the back 12 double around. I didn't think he had enough speed or height to get that trick around, but we might get another look at it here. He really whips it.
We keep it moving, Craig.
I like it. I like it.
Just ask me ahead of time next time you want to do something.
Well,
like
apparently you direct the show now. So.
Valentino Giselli came out absolutely blazing here in the Monster Energy Men's Snowboard SuperPipe, sitting in 5th place.
Switch backside air. Cab 10. I just don't understand how you hold the... Oh! So adding a little bit of difficulty onto that 3rd hit.
Valentino just puts his foot on the gas.
Absolutely. Okay. You.
He landed a triple cork, the first to ever do it in a half pipe competition. He did it last month. But can he put it down here on the biggest stage in snowboarding here at the X Games? He's in 1st place, so you might argue, does he need it? Scotty James is right there, of course.
That's what I was literally just going to say. Does he need it? He has the back-to-back 1440s.
And Ayum Ayumu going down early. So he'll look to clean things up here on his third run in the Monster Energy Men's Snowboard SuperPipe.
In run 1, he did that 1440 with a different grab. In run 2, he goes tail grab, and I don't know if that kind of threw off his rotation, put him inside the pipe quite a bit. But it really didn't look like he was going to go for a 1440, but hey, the window's open.
Want to thank our friends again at Monster Energy for giving us this entire segment commercial free. And here's Scotty James setting up for run number 2. Of course, the staple red boxing mittens. He's ready to go in for a heavyweight bout. And he's going to need all he's got here as he's sitting in that second place spot. But as we said, had some things to clean up. Scotty, oh so consistent. If he's able to do that on this run, Craig, are we looking at a new gold medal position?
It's how well he does it, right?
Here we go.
The level is so high. Ayumu and Scotty are so close in technicality.
Answer the question, man.
I can't yet. Yes, Scotty. Switch back 12. Front, or sorry, pardon me, cab 1440. Front side 900. Backside 12. Front 12.
Oh, yes.
Okay. I see what you did there, and I like it. I like it a lot. Backside 1260. Double cork, a trick that we thought we'd really never see in the SuperPipe. Now it's become a staple, if you want, on the podium. And the front side 1260 to follow it up. So back-to-back 1260s, had a cab 14 in there. Big switch backside 1260, they got to give it to him. Absolutely,
and we
you do.
have a new leader, Scotty James. And it's Scotty James taking over the top spot here at X Games.
X Games Aspen is brought to you by Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance.
Welcome back to X Games Aspen. There's a live look at the Pacifico Airstream. Fans have been lining up there all night long. It's been such a good time. Even Ferg out here celebrating. He'll be performing on Sunday here at Buttermilk during the X Games. You absolutely do not want to miss that. Huge event schedule going on this weekend. And for more going on here at the Monster Energy Men's Snowboard SuperPipe, let's head down to Victoria Arlen.
Now, which of these athletes will make it to the St. Hubert's the Stag celebratory moments? You'll have to tune in tomorrow to find out. Guys?
Yeah, thanks, Victoria. We will wait to find out. I cannot wait, especially with how this final has been going here in the Monster Energy Men's Snowboard SuperPipe.
I have a couple picks. I have a couple names that should be in that conversation.
Go ahead.
One of them, possibly the rookie right here.
Kaishu Hirano sitting next to his older brother, Ayumu. Ayumu in that silver medal spot, and Kaishu making his X Games debut, sitting right behind him in third. What an amazing story to the night.
The first 3 quarters of Kaishu's run has been awesome. He's executed it very well. He's kept the amplitude, obviously. Kind of at the bottom where I want to. Ooh, okay, so he's not happy sitting in third. I love this attitude. If you don't like it, change it. So he wants to put a front side 1440 in place of that front 10 that he was doing in the earlier runs. Unable to do that here, but That's very promising for run number 4 for Kaishu.
So under 18 minutes to ride with here in our final. It's been a 40-minute jam session. Riders trying to get in as many runs as they can here. And if you're just joining us, not every score gets run. Not every run gets scored. It's an overall impression deal, but you will see movement upon that leaderboard all evening long. So here's Toby Miller.
He's been dropping in left foot forward, but it's this little 180 right here. Yep, comes in the first wall, switch, heel side. And didn't like it, didn't like the takeoff whatsoever. You can see the shake of the head. Not happy with that, but I want to bounce back to that partner. Overall impression, it's your entire run. It's not like each hit gets scored and then that's put together. It's how you do through the entirety of your run. So the judges want to see you spin front side, back side, switch front side, cab, if you will. And it's the best run, right? So it's not your entire body of work over the 40 minutes. It's the best run you can put down. That's why we see Scotty James and Ayumu Hirano currently sitting 1-2.
Yes, what a battle we've got going on here at the Monster Energy Men's Snowboard SuperPipe. Here's Joshua Bowman getting ready to drop in. The Senior Business Intelligence Developers' second X Games appearance. Sitting in 9th. And if you're just joining us, full-on privateer, no board sponsor, not a member of the U.S. snowboard team. He's making it happen out here on his own, but
that first hit. Now, if you've watched the X Games, if you watch SuperPipe events, you're probably familiar with the name Danny Davis.
Yeah.
One of the first individuals who started really mixing it up. There was a time in SuperPipe where it was pretty much just whoever could just do the most amount of spins the entire way down the pipe won. Danny said, hey, let's make it a little bit more difficult. Let's reward some of the awkward tricks like a switch backside air. And I'm really happy he did that because it's made SuperPipe riding so much more interesting to watch.
So here's Ryan Walkendorfer sitting in 7th place. And last time he dropped in, I believe it was Ferg calling this run flawlessly.
And I was scared for my job, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. Sorry, pardon me, that was a frontside 9, but I always get distracted by the binding squeak.
Yeah, no one's binding squeak more than Ryan.
No, he's talking out there. The frontside 1260 gave him some trouble in previous runs, not so much in run 3. So our first full pull from Ryan Walkendorfer. Good look at the double Michael Chuck here. Takes off on the heels. Essentially 2 backflips. Almost looks like he's spinning flat there, but one of my favorite tricks to watch. Here's the front 12 double. Has to let go of the grab a little bit early to fight around the rotation. But very well done.
So does that move Ryan up at all? And it does. From 7th up into 4th.
He's climbing up now, moving in the right direction.
So next to drop in here at the Monster Energy Men's Snowboard SuperPipe, Lucas Foster.
Little double poke there on the backside 540. But the second hit takes Lucas Foster down. So he's going to toss some slashes and a gator roll attempt. That trick made famous by Ben Ferguson, who we have come to love watch ride the half pipe.
Now here's Chase Blackwell. He's struggled so far tonight, Craig.
Hasn't been able to put a run down, but that can change.
That is why we love this format here in the final. Chase Blackwell, let's have yourself a run.
truck driver. Oh! He fell on the 1080, says, hey, why don't I put all my chips in? Let's go front 12, truck driver. Adding an extra 180 onto the 1080 that he attempted in the previous run. 3.5 full rotations around as opposed to that 3 full rotations. Love the color coordination goggle to jacket, though.
It's the little things with you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm a detail-oriented human.
Big on accessories. Joey!
Joey-O!
Joey Okeson. Sitting in 8th place.
Big backside air, frontside 1080. Cab 1080, holy! I think he surprised himself a little bit on that landing and was unable to regain composure. Looks like he lost some product. That's his lens of his goggle flew out of the goggle because of impact.
And of course, you know we're always fans of the credential flare.
Yeah.
Out of the hip.
Joey's got some credential flare. We're going to need to get those lenses back in, though.
Some duct tape, you can just duct tape that thing in.
Valentino Giselli.
Valentino Giselli now in 6th.
Just love the pace, the torrid speed that he rides with here in this pipe.
Especially that edge control. Okay, that was probably the best switch method we've seen thus far. Into the cab 10. Frontside 1260, Valentino.
Oh.
Now it's so wild. It's such a good example of how difficult it is. Yes, the half pipe, the super pipe, pardon me, looks so wide and so far apart, but a mistake on the left edge, on the left wall, has dire consequences for the right side, and Valentino was an example of that. Love the switch method.
A little traveling Danny Davis right
traveling
there.
I love the way he doesn't 180 into the pipe, he just drops and switch the whole way. And the edge control going through that chattery flat bottom. Good fundies, good fundamentals.
So Ayumu Hirano was leading this thing early. Scotty James took it from him on the last attempt. Ayumu went down early, uncharacteristically on that previous attempt. Can he clean things up and get back to that top spot?
Let's compare these two runs, okay? Ayumu had back-to-back 1440s. He had a back 1260. Scotty James had a front 1260, a cab 1440, a switchback 1260, and a back 1260. That's a lot of 1260s. That's a lot of 1440s. Ayumu's going to need all of them if he wants to surpass the Aussie. Front 1440, no issue. Cab 1440, yep. Frontside 12. Backside 12. Frontside 1080. Okay.
Compose yourself, Craig.
So
Get your calculator out.
I love it.
I'm feeling a butt.
What I don't like is he goes front 1440 on the left wall, he goes front 12 on the left wall, then he goes front 10 on the left wall, right? The exact same rotation. Here's a good look at the Verizon 360 camera.
Oh, that is so sick.
On the cab 1440. I still like Scotty James because of the back 12, because of the switch back 12, the cab 1440, the front 12. A little bit more variety where Ayumu kind of just hits you with rotation. I missed the truck driver though. That's cool. That's cool.
Our judges are the best in the business. They catch everything. So if that's what you're saying, you know they see it too, and second place is where Ayumu will stay. So now, Scotty with a near flawless previous run. What does he do to give himself a little bit more breathing room to try and shut this door between he and Ayumu?
I'm always pleasantly surprised. I don't know exactly what he's going to do, but what I do know, Brando, you put in the work. You put in the work and you get rewarded, and that is what Scotty James has done. He is riding at a level that surpasses anything we thought possible. He's cleaning it up. Switchback 12, front, or cap 14, pardon me. Front side 9, back 12. Yep. Does he go front 14? Go. He goes front 12. Cleaner. I would say cleaner.
And that's a perfect recipe. Clean up what he already had. And partner, as we take another look at this, it never ceases to amaze me with Scotty James, the way he marries consistency with technicality.
And I said it off the top, how do you get consistent? You do it a million times, and that's what Scotty James has done. He practices at such a high level that consistency comes naturally to him. But I like cleaning it up, especially with the clock winding down. Ayumu has one more run. I would say one more run. The clock can go to double zeros, but everybody gets the same amount of runs, so it's fair.
Scotty James holding on to that lead. Nothing better than the fans out here at Buttermilk. More from X Games Aspen when we return. Welcome back to the Monster Energy Men's Snowboard SuperPipe Final. The fans here at Buttermilk have collectively lost their minds because of this performance being put on by some of our superstars in the sport, headlined, of course, by the one and only Scotty James.
The stoke is keeping everyone warm, and the amplitude is keeping these snowboarders warm. Speaking of amplitude, our first to drop in for their final run, the young man out of Japan,
Kaishu Hirano, getting the pep talk with his brother Ayumu Hirano, who's sitting right behind that man, our leader, Scotty James. So here's Kaishu Hirano sitting in bronze medal position here in the Monster Energy Men's Snowboard SuperPipe Final. This will be his final run.
In the run previous to this, he upped the difficulty up, but was unable to land. And I can neither confirm nor deny he entered the jet stream on that backside method, backside air, pardon me, because it looked like he got pushed in. He was going close to 20, and I think he went a little bit bigger than that. Take another look at that first air though, Brando, because again, I've said it once, I say it a million times, probably one of my favorites.
Oh my. Kaishu, come on down. We're worried about you, bud.
You can see his eyes looking, he's going a little bit deep. Oh!
So that will do it for Kaishu Hirano tonight. Will he take home an X Games bronze medal? We shall see. Here's Toby Miller sitting in 7th place, still in search of that signature contest podium finish run. Can Toby put it all together right now?
Struggling a little bit at the top. That switch heel side edge through the flat bottom has been getting them a bit. Cleans it up for the cap 10 there. You see the revert, the head shake. That is not the run that he was hoping for. When you land a trick, it usually sets you up in a direction for the next trick. So you have a rough idea of exactly what you're going to do, but if you don't land a trick or you under-rotate, kind of throws everything askew.
So tough one for Toby, but we move forward with Joshua Bowman sitting in 9th place. What can Bowman do on his final run?
It's funny that before you drop in, some riders are extremely superstitious. They do the exact same thing every time. You know, you tighten your left glove, you tighten your right glove. I remember myself, I do this every time when I'm filming or doing anything. I always tighten the bindings to click when they're already maxed out. It's just like a thing of superstition or habit. You can see Josh do that with the mitts there up the top. Ooh.
And Bowman going down early on his final attempt. So if you're just joining us here in the Monster Energy Men's Snowboard SuperPipe, we're in our final runs here. Scotty James with the lead. Ayumu Hirano right behind him, though. It was back and forth early. And those two have a lot of hardware between them. So we turn our attention now to Ryan Walkendorfer, who put together really his best run of the evening there on his third attempt. He's sitting just outside of that podium spot. Could he maybe catch Kaishu here?
Starting things off, cap 10. Takes off switch, lands regular. Frontside 900. What I liked about his run is the front 12 right at the bottom. There's a frontside 1080, so he's not going to do that there. That will not improve his position.
Well, you know, it was so much fun when we sent it down to DC and Ferg to call a run. I thought, let's do it again.
Apparently you direct the show now, so let's do it.
Well, I wouldn't mind a break either. DC, Ferg, Lucas Foster's about to drop in. Take it away, fellas.
All right, thank you very much, Brandon and Craig. Lucas Foster from Telluride, Colorado, dropping in. Ferg, take it away, brother.
Hey, listen. He catches the speed. Is that 1080, 1080? Is that a cab? Yeah, cab, yeah, cab, yeah. Oh! Was that a switch?
That was just the frontside 1260 for the Goofy Footer out of Telluride, Colorado. So, Ferg, you're gonna be hanging out down here with us on Sunday night here in the half pipe, yeah?
Come on, man. I'm trying to figure out like these 1080s and these 720s. I'm trying to get the numbers right.
I'm trying to talk about your performance out here on Sunday night.
Yeah, it's going down. It's going down.
Sunday night, what song are you gonna do for us? You know?
New single.
Green Juice.
It's called Green Juice, featuring Pharrell. Neptune's produced the beat. Big tune.
Well, can't wait for it. Fired up, so definitely tune in Sunday night. Ferg's going to be down here, and if you can be here with us, definitely come hang out. What do you think, Ferg? We're into the final runs, man. What's been some of your favorite stuff you've seen go down?
Hey, listen, I'm not going to lie. What's the name of the brothers?
Oh, Ayumu Hirano.
Yeah, Ayumu Hirano. What's the younger one?
Kaishu.
He's nice, and the older one?
Ayumu.
Yumu is killing it right now, and the two Australian guys.
Yeah, Scotty James and Valentino Gaselli. And yeah, here's Chase Blackwell, Colorado kid as well. Unfortunately, just going down. But I love it how you're loving this, man.
I'm into it because I like when they ride aggressive, like when they're not scared to catch air. They coming out strong, and you know, they just having fun. I love when I see them having fun, and you know, they might have like a free trial where they just mess up, but they still having fun out there.
It's all about having fun. All right, I'm gonna send it back to the dudes in the booth to have some more fun, and we're gonna have some fun down here. Ferg, thank you very much for being with us.
I love how dedicated Ferg was to the craft of becoming an analyst in real time.
Yep.
DC was actually trying to ask about his performance on Sunday, and Ferg wasn't having it.
He was having none of it.
Joey!
Joey-O! Ooh. Inside 540. It's tough though, hey? 720s, 1080s, 1260s, 1440s. It's not easy in the SuperPipe.
Good to see the lenses back in Joey's goggles, though.
He's got some eye coverage.
So just a few more attempts here in our Monster Energy Men's Snowboard SuperPipe. Valentino has ridden so well out here tonight. He's sitting in 6th place.
But he can improve that. He can get on the podium. Switch method, get going, Bello. Attaboy. Cab 10, front 12. Backside 9. Needs something else, though.
Oh. And you see all the fellow competitors feeling it.
Oh, you could see how close he was. Needed that 1080 at the end, though. Needed something else if he wanted to catch Kaishu.
So with that, Craig, Kaishu Hirano in his X Games debut is guaranteed a bronze medal.
Can you believe it? Can you believe standing on the podium with your brother?
What a moment. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves, though,
We're not.
because this, ladies and gentlemen, is what the X Games is all about. Ayumu Hirano, he's won this event twice before. He's sitting in silver medal position. Scotty James, the current leader, still has one more run in him. This is Ayumu's last chance to reclaim the top spot and make Scotty chase him. Can he do it right now?
Triple cork. Yes! It's too easy. No! Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. The first time we have ever seen a triple cork in the half pipe, in the super pipe here at X Games. Come on, Brando. I'm losing my voice. I'm having so much fun.
Let's take another look at this before Scotty's victory lap. Ayumu Hirano became the first to ever land that in a competition last month, but we hadn't seen it at the X Games until now.
So
One,
you got Lewis the child here
two,
with the gold medal.
Three.
Absolute textbook.
Are you kidding me? It looked simple. It looked easy.
We have something else going.
But you gotta imagine what's going through your head after you land a triple and then you're trying to do a cap 1440 double.
But you know what I love about that, Craig?
What?
He had to leave it all out on the super pipe tonight. He said, hey, if I'm going to try to take this from Scotty, I gotta go do some history.
I would have loved to have a heart rate monitor on Scotty James after Ayumu landed the triple.
Can you tell him not to forget his
And what a
graphic
moment
going
for
over?
Scotty James as he takes this in.
I don't know.
A very familiar scene, a Scotty James victory lap. We've seen it so many times here at X Games as he's about to collect his 4th X Games gold medal. Was denied the three-peat last year, but now he's back on top.
He put in the work. I can't say this enough. I don't really think he had a switchback 1260 as locked in as he showed us here tonight. I don't think he had a cap 1440 that dialed in, but he put in the work and he performed on the world's biggest stage. And I'm going to be honest with you, Brando, we've called a lot of events today, and we always bet before it on who we think the podium will be. I had Scott. I don't know, there was something about tonight where I kind of felt like Scott was going to put her down.
There you see the best rider in the super pipe, Scotty James. So there's our podium, Scotty James, Ayumu Hirano, and Kaishu Hirano, and Ferg putting the gold on Scotty. I gotta hear from James. Let's head down to DC, who can try and catch up with Scotty.
Yeah. Oh,
I took 2.
he's making a run for it, but I'm gonna grab him. Scotty James, congratulations. You're gold medalist. 2020 was the last year you won gold. Man, we didn't even get to see you in North America here this past year. What a return to North America and return back to the top here at X Games. Talk about how special this moment is right now.
Oh man, it's hard to put words on this, honestly. You know, after last week from Larks, it was definitely pretty upsetting. And I just wanted to bounce back. I absolutely love Aspen. I love this pipe. Ayumu is an amazing opponent in the rest of the field, and I knew I had to bring my best. So I am just absolutely thrilled, and thank you, Aspen! Woo! So stoked.
He's back, baby. How much was it? How nice was it having this crowd out here tonight, having the fans back here?
Oh my gosh, it is. It transcends our energy up there, and you know, last year it was definitely a little dull. It wasn't the usual X Games, but you guys are all back, and we love it. Thank you guys, and honestly, yeah, the atmosphere, there's nothing like X Games, so I'm so pumped.
Congratulations, Scotty.
What a moment for Scotty James that you see getting to celebrate with his fiance Chloe there. Just a beautiful evening in the Monster Energy Men's Snowboard SuperPipe. Congratulations to all of our competitors, but it was the Hirano brothers going silver and bronze and Scotty James going gold. Thanks for watching. Wendy's Snowboard Knuckle Huck still to come.
3 to